Hey beauties, it's Court, welcome back to my channel.
Hey beauties, it's Court. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you a one brand tutorial. I used all NYX products on my face today, and if you would like to see how I achieved this look, keep your cute little ass right where it's at. Little footnote before we get started, I am wearing different clothes in the video because I forgot to film the intro, but this is the look. This is, you know, the look that we created in the let's just get started. I have already moisturized my face. I didn't use a NYX moisturizer. I don't even know if they make skincare, but the first thing I'm going to go in with is this NYX Angel Veil Primer. Not a big fan of this because I have dry skin. So if you have oily skin, you might like it because it is very drying. So it's not for me, but it's the only NYX primer that I have. You can see it's very like gloppy. You see it's not, it's like a big old primer booger on my finger right there. Oh God, it's so mattifying. Now we're going to use their Mineral Stick Foundation, which I'm also not that crazy about. I do use one of these big brushes. This is from that Moda set. And these are good, but they're very bendy. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to work with because you got to hold it like up here if you really want to blend. But what I like to do is put a couple drops of oil on this before I go ahead and blend this out. So that's what I'm going to do. The oil is not from NYX. I don't think they make a beauty oil. But if you have normal to oily skin, then you won't need to add any oil to it or anything. A lot of stick foundations are just drying, in my opinion. Most of the ones that I've tried are just very dry consistencies, which is great for oily skin. I'm just going to take any random beauty oil that I have sitting around and put a couple drops on my brush and then go ahead and blend this in. And then I'm also probably going to finish blending it in with a makeup sponge. So just to add a little bit of moisture back into my skin, I'm going to take my dampened beauty sponge, and because like I said, I do have normal to dry, so this really helps this foundation not look so crepey on my skin. This is a nice medium coverage foundation. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more and see if we can kind of build it up. Where the fuck did I put it?
Where'd you go? It heard me talking shit and it ran away. Damn it.
So I'm going to add just a little bit more in a couple of places where I feel like I need a little bit of extra coverage, which is right down here on my jaw where I have some redness. And right in between my eyebrows because I plucked them today. And right around my nose right here. Maybe a little on the chin too. Foundation seems to, you know, wear away on my chin pretty quickly. So I always like to put a little bit of extra down there. So even after adding a little bit more, I mean, I feel like it's a really good medium coverage foundation. And I gave you guys a little trick if you have dry skin and you want to try it out. But if you have oily skin, I think this will be a great foundation for you. So the next thing that I'm going to do is go in with one of my favorite concealers. Not just from NYX, but this is the NYX Gotcha Covered waterproof concealer. And I tested this in my waterproof makeup tested video. And it withheld amazingly. It's an extremely emollient and creamy concealer. You only need the tiniest little bit. You can see when I squirt it out, it's like, you see what I mean? It's very emollient. You don't need much at all. It's not a very brightening concealer, but it's definitely a concealing concealer. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this up under my eyes. I mean, it looks super bright on camera, but in person, it just, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a little bit down the nose so I can get a little bit of extra coverage right there. For being such an emollient and thick concealer, it blends out really easily and really nicely, especially when you use a sponge. I would definitely recommend using a sponge when you have any type of concealer that's thick. Oh, I got something in my eye. I always find something in my eye after I blend out my concealer. So you can see this concealer has really good coverage. It pretty much erased the dark circles underneath of my eyes. I mean, they're still peeking through the littlest teeny tiny bit, but not really anything you're going to notice, and it's way better than before. So now the pièce pièce de résistance. I have no idea what I'm even trying to say. This is one of my favorite setting powders ever. This is the NYX hashtag no filter finishing powder, and I use mine. I don't know what shade it is. There's no shade on the back of it. That's weird, but it's probably one of the lightest ones, I'm assuming. This is what it looks like right here. Beat to shit. You can see there's like, it usually comes like when you get it, there's like a dome. Mine almost has a dent in it. That's how much I love it. Favorite setting brush for my face, the Morphe E3. This used to be my favorite blush brush, but now I just love it. I wish this had a mirror in it. Now I just love it for setting my entire face. It adds a nice little bit of coverage without looking cakey. And I have tried this powder over so many foundations, and it has made none of them look cakey. You hear my kids screaming in the background? What else is new? It's not too late right now, so they're like in the bathroom, and I think they're actually getting ready to go to bed right now, brushing their teeth and stuff like that. So, oh my God, by the way, I am so excited. Can you see my hair right now? Can you see it? Oh my God, it's long enough to put up. I am so happy. I've been going nuts with this crazy haircut that I've had lately. Oh my God, I'm letting it grow a little bit more, and then I'm gonna get it cut back to like chin length like I normally have it. Anyway, I digress. What are we gonna do next? Let's see. I think before we do the rest of the face, I am going to go ahead and do my eyeshadow really quickly. So this is one of my favorite eyeshadow primers ever. It comes in a couple different colors. Right now, all I have is the white handy. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull a little bit out with my fingernail. And that right there, that amount should be plenty for both of my eyes. You do not need much of this at all. I really like using a white primer base though, because it really makes everything on top of it just pop. With the Gotcha Covered Concealer, you don't really need an eyeshadow primer. That actually works as a really great primer, but I just wanted to show you guys this one as well because I think these little pot primers are just absolutely amazing. All three of them are just beautiful. We are actually going to be using this palette. This is the Perfect Filter palette. Could you die? Is this not everything every warm, loving eyeshadow bitch out there could ever want? This is in the shade Rustic Antique, and I'm pretty sure that this is under $20. It's incredible. You can see I've been playing around with it, and I really like it. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I did have 2 eye looks that I posted on Instagram if you want to go and check them out. One of them was more rainbow. One of them was more like red based. I was going to do one of those looks in this video. If you guys want to see a tutorial on those looks, let me know down in the comments, and it's going to have to be like just the eye look. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be able to do a full face and that eye look in one video. They were a lot of fun, and I'd really like to share with you guys my tips and tricks and techniques on blending and things like that, because you guys were all commenting on how impeccably blended it was, and it made me feel so good, and I was so happy, and you guys are just so fucking sweet, and I just love you bitches so much. Okay, moving on. Let me get my eyeshadow brushes. You'd think I would have everything out that I need, but I don't. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use this matte white right here and just set whatever we got. Why is there no mirrors in any of my NYX stuff? It's so annoying.
Oh my God, that no selfie. Really? Can we speak it in English?
That NYX no selfie, no filter. I always call it no selfie. That no filter powder is just, oh my God. It is everything that is right with a powder. If you have dry skin and you haven't tried it yet, what you waiting for? Set this primer. I'm not going to put it on my eyelid. I'm just going to put it from my crease up to my eyebrow and all the way in and all the way out like I always do. I don't usually set my lid just because I like to keep it a little bit more tackier for any metallic shadows that I might want to add. All right, now I'm going to, this is like my favorite eyebrow highlighting brush ever. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. This is from Revolution. It's the B680 brush. It's just like a tapered, a little bit more of a fluffy tapered brush. And we're gonna go ahead and take this shade right down here in the corner and highlight the brow bone and the inner corner. Oh, do you see that? It's so pretty. You can definitely build it up to be super intense if you want to, or you can just do a light wash of it and get a more natural brow bone highlight. Because I know a lot of people don't like to go crazy on their brow bone highlights. I'm not one of them. I like it popping. All right, I'm going to take the Morphe E36 and just highlight my inner corner. All right, so first I'm going to take this transition shade right here. This is like the perfect transition shade. Like it reminds me of Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek, where it's like not too warm, but it's not too cool. And you can literally use it for any look. So no matter what direction you're going in, a shade like this will always be a great transition shade. So I think we're going to take it in more of a warm orange direction, and I'm going to take this one right here and just kind of pop that in my crease a little bit. I'm not going to bring it up too high, but I'm going to put a little bit of orange in there. This is the only color, like darker color, that I'm going to be bringing all the way into the center. All the other ones we're going to keep on the outer crease. Well, actually, I think I'm just going to add one more color. And then we'll do the lid. It just amazes me how NYX can come out with eyeshadow palettes, like palette after palette after palette. Like they fucking nail it all the time. But so many other, and Wet n Wild too, but so many other drugstore brands, like this one that I bought the other day, it's terrible. And it's like 3 times the price of a Wet n Wild palette. It's crazy to me. Like I don't understand why they can't all get it together. Like why can't all the drugstore eyeshadows be awesome? Because the NYX ones are. So what's up with the other companies? Catch up. Come on, what you doing? And I think I'm just going to go with this one right here, this dark red, but I'm just going to use it on a very fluffy brush, very lightly, just to define the outer part of my crease. This right here is one of my absolute favorite brushes for the outer crease because you can see the size of it is just absolutely perfect. It is the Morphe M507, and I actually own 3 of these because it's one of my favorite eyeshadow brushes of all time. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that red on this and deepen up the crease. So I'm just going to bring this like halfway in, and I'm going to place it down, and then I'm going to blend it out. A little bit on the outer corner right here, just for some depth. I'm going to bring this up a little bit higher actually, just because I have quite a bit of room to work with up here. So I feel like I never bring my shadows up as high as I potentially could. So now that I have that where I want it, I'm going to go back in with that orange shade again and just kind of use it to blend it out a little bit. And then we're going to move on to the lid. I'm feeling like it's a little bit harsh, so I'm going to take this super fluffy brush. This is from BH Cosmetics, I believe. So I'm going to take a little bit of that transition shadow that we used and just use that to kind of blend everything together a little bit. We have like this copper colored glitter that I really wanted to incorporate, but I don't think I'm going to, just because I really want to use this gold right here and I don't want to cover it up with the glitter. So I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to wet it a little bit, and we're going to go into that gold. It is so pretty. And no fallout whatsoever. I'm going to take a really small dense brush and use that dark red again that we used in the crease and just kind of deepen up the outer corner a little bit and blend it into that gold. You can't really notice it, but it adds just like a little something on the outer corner. So I feel like this is a pretty easy look to achieve. I'm not a professional. I never claimed to be. I'm just an everyday person, and I feel like I like to do everyday looks that you guys could recreate if you would like to. Things that are easy to follow along with and such, and that's kind of like what I want the basis of my channel to be. Lower lash line, starting out with that deep red that we put on the outer corner. I'm going to take this little itty bitty brush and push this right up against my lash line, meeting the outer corner where the red is as well. I'm going to bring this about halfway in, maybe about 3/4 of the way. This is a E35 from Morphe, and it's another one of my absolute favorite brushes. It's like a really amazing detail brush. All right, taking my other E36. I think I'm I think I'm going to use that orange to blend out the red. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff right there. God, NYX, you get me every time. So good. Hashtag not sponsored, by the way. NYX doesn't even know who the fuck I am. I just wanted to really do this video because, honestly, if I had to think about it, NYX is probably my favorite drugstore brand. All right, now I was thinking about using my No Filter powder in Deep Golden for my bronzer, but I feel like it's just going to be a little bit too red with all the red on my eyes. So what I'm going to use is the NYX Go-To palette. These palettes are amazing. And I think the blush, bronzer, and highlight are going to be the ones that I'm going to use. So let's go in with bronzer first. Using my R14 from Morphe, which is like almost worn off because it's like my favorite bronzer brush. This is a pigmented bronzer, so you gotta be careful. And I'm just going to, oh, whoo, whoops, shit. That's gonna suck trying to blend that out. This is so pretty. I just love the color of this bronzer so much. And it does, look how nicely that blended out. It was just like effortless. If you ever feel like you go a little bit crazy with your bronzer on your forehead and it's kind of like all over, I would definitely suggest taking your little sponge and just kind of blending a little bit more of whatever's on it in the center. You know what I mean? To kind of tone down the bronzer a little bit. I'm gonna do my little Cupid's bow trick. Woo! I'm also gonna use this brush to outline my nose contour. I definitely prefer to use creams to contour my nose with, but unfortunately, I have yet to find a cream contour product. Why am I still holding this? A cream contour product that I really like from NYX. If you guys have any suggestions, again, please let me know down in the comments. Fuck it. All right, moving on to highlight. This is the highlight in the Wanderlust palette. Oh my God, watch this. Are you ready? Oh my goodness. Gorgeous, like very light champagne color. Great if you want a champagne highlight and you have a lighter skin tone like I do. Oh, look at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I think it complements this eye look really well too. All right, now I'm going to take my E4 and go into, these products are a little bit powdery, but they just blend out so nicely. So this is the blush that I'm going to use. It's a very peach tone blush. Hopefully it complements the eye look. If it doesn't, whatever. What do you think? I kind of like it. Don't worry, we're going to blend it out. You guys know when I'm done everything, I go in and blend it all out. All right, now for my eyebrows, I am going to do them off camera just because they are very time consuming, but I'm going to use the NYX Tame and Frame Brow Pomade. I am so impressed with this, you guys. I use the shade Brunette. It's a little bit of a cooler tone shade than I usually go for because I do have red in my hair, so I do like to kind of go on the auburn side, but I do really like this color. It matches my actual brows, like natural brow color, really well. This stuff gives the Anastasia brow pomade a run for its money. Like, it lasts so long. It's nice and creamy, but not too creamy. Very easy to work with. Maybe I'll just show you me doing like one eyebrow just so you can see how it works, and then I'll just do the other one real quick off camera. All right, so now that the brows are done, normally I would set my face, and I do have a NYX setting spray, but it's the mattifying one. I'm going to use it anyway just because this is an all NYX tutorial and there is one product that I don't have from NYX. So I'm going to try and make everything else. You know, all we got left is mascara and lips, and I don't have a NYX mascara. So instead of cheating you guys out of, you know, more NYX products, I am going to go ahead and use this. Once it dries down, it's actually not really that mattifying. I mean, it's definitely not dewy, but it's, I don't know, it's just kind of like regular, you know? It's just like a setting spray. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, I wanted to use this so bad. This is the NYX strobing palette. This is, if not is, one of the best highlighting drugstore palettes on the market right now, if you ask me. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this one right here with a little bit of this one right here and add a little bit more highlight because, yeah, you see this one has more pop in it. Just any old drugstore mascara. I got the Lash Sensational right here from Maybelline. Not a huge fan of it, but I always try it because I always want to like it. And it's not terrible. I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of digging this mascara. I've never really loved it before, but I'm going to let that first layer dry. And while it does, we are going to pick out a lip color. So we have this, like, I got the NYX Lingeries. We have this one. Might be a little bit dark for this look. And then I have this one that I picked out as well, which I think might wash me out a little bit. Let's see what else we got. I have a whole bunch of them, so. It's dark, but I think it's going to look good with this look. It's like a dark brown. We're going to go with this one and see what happens. Let's be adventurous. So there we go, guys. That's the finished look. Full face using nothing but NYX products minus the mascara. I know. I'm sorry. Please don't bitch about it because I don't care. Trust me. If you leave a comment saying something, it will not ruin my day. I promise you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. I have 2 other brands in mind that I want to do full faces of. I think I have enough products to be able to do it. And this was a lot of fun for me. Like I said, NYX is one of my absolute favorite, if not my absolute favorite drugstore brand. They have so many amazing products. Not all of them work for me. Not all of them are going to work for you. But there is so many hidden gems within this brand. And I hope this kind of helps showcase quite a few of them. I mean, goddamn, look at that highlight. Look at the eyeshadow. I mean, it's just, I love it. I love the way this look turned out, and I hope you guys do too, and I hope you guys do too. If you did enjoy, please subscribe on your way out. Join my little YouTube family. I would really appreciate it. I love you guys so damn much, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.
I am loving this eyeshadow look right now. Loving it! Should I let my hair down? No. But now I don't feel like putting it back up, so this is the way the outro is going to go now, apparently. Beautiful. I even like the way the lipstick looks. I gotta put my hair back up because I look ridiculous. Redonkulous. Oh, I hate outros. I hate them. I don't like them. I suck at them, and I don't like them. I'm about to film another video. 2 in a row, baby. So I gotta go. Bye.